Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Let me ask you, do you watch channels not only for the video content they make regarding video games, but also for the character themselves? I mean, I do. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, right? And we're all characters, right? I'm not any different than anybody else out there that makes YouTube videos. Probably the only the only difference is, the level of shame that some people have and some people don't. And we're all flawed individuals for whatever reason in the video game space. Everybody that makes this kind of content, for whatever reason, there's an obvious thing there that everybody sees, right? For me, it's self-control, right? I can't tell anybody to or give anybody advice on how to control yourself when it comes to buying video games, because I don't. It's my guilty pleasure. It's the only vice that I have proudly. That and coffee, right? That's at my old age, that's all I can afford. I don't know how my friends do it. I have friends that are still partying. I can't. I physically can't do it anymore. Like the doctor said, like, dude, I really got a big wake up call in 2016 after an amazing trip in Vegas. It was great. But anyway, I ended up in the hospital, but that's a whole another story. Regardless, guys, I watch a lot of channels, and tell me if you do this. I watch a lot of channels because of the things that they do. There's just in general, right? You see a lot of stuff on YouTube, a lot of stuff in retro gaming, a lot of stuff in the three quarters arcade space. That's what I'm doing with the shorts right now. If you look at the AI shorts, they're satirical comedies of people that we know in the community, right? YouTube right now is really cracking down on like tagging people or saying anybody by name. But, when I make these videos, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Because some of the stuff is just ridiculous. It really is, right? You have a business analyst, so you're going to put me, for example, a business analyst that can't control his spending when it comes to video games. Right? Nobody at the office knows that this is here, right? I don't make that. Because at some point, like, oh, okay, you have some games, and then they go, how many? Because at some point they're gonna, their analysts are going to say, dude, if your collection is worth this much, how come it's not being sold and you could be putting that into stocks? And right, I mean, that's the mindset. I'll get a prejudgment. They're just like you judge people when you're watching these videos. Right? You have game hoarders out there. You do the museum grift, right? Which is just a whole story in itself. I made a video about that. I made a video about the indecent arcade proposal based on a true story of somebody that was trying to get somebody's wife with an arcade cabinet. That's a true story based on true events. We can make shows about this. Right, the guy that turned his master bedroom into an arcade, into a home arcade, And let me tell you something. If I told that to my wife, she'd throw me out the window with the window closed. So more power to him, man. Whoever that woman is, that's real love right there, right? That's how you know a woman loves you, because you come up with this crazy idea and she says yes. That's a keeper, right? It said that woman really loves you. It doesn't matter what crazy idea. And my wife is that way, except for the home arcade. I don't think she would be okay with that. And there's many other characters. You have the DSPs, the everybody else out there, right? And I have this guilty pleasure of watching these channels, not so much for the content, but for the human element, right? Where you go, wait a minute, you don't have a job, right? You're devoting all your time to YouTube, and it has to pay you back, right? Like if you're gonna be, you can't put all your eggs in that one basket, because it's like the lottery, right? And you see people in their prime wasting their time, right? Like their actual time doing this for hours. I think if I put, the time that I spend on YouTube, like making these videos, maybe 7 hours a week, it's not even 10, right? It's not even a day's work. Because a lot of these ideas with the AI space, it's something that I literally do sitting on the toilet I come up with these ideas, and I speak it and draws a script, and there it is. It just appears. It's pretty easy to do. But all these live streaming, which is how people need to make money now, right? Like if you're going to make money on YouTube, you have to live stream, and that's where all the mistakes happen, right? That's where you open yourself up to all kinds of craziness, because you can't control things that are said live. Number one, you don't know, what's going to happen in your home. Like if you're single, right, and there's nothing else going on in your house, hey, great, make all the videos you want. But when you have a family, I don't have an hour. I literally don't have an hour to sit down. The most amount of time I have is the amount of time I dedicate to these videos. Right now, just to give you an example, right now I'm fixing a sink. It's leaking. I just cleaned it out. And I'm waiting to detect the leak. And, it has to dry off first because everything is so wet. It just overnight it happened. So that's how life happens. You can't put all those things on hold. You can't put your responsibilities on hold to dedicate completely to YouTube, but some people do. And that's the interesting part, because you could see, in real time, these people, 4 or 5 years, it's the same person. Nothing has changed, right? They're still the same individual. They still work at the same place. Their life is still the same. They're either, stuck in a place or whatever because they put all their chips in on becoming a star or whatever that means. On YouTube. That is part of the entertainment. Watching these people stagnate themselves for YouTube. Other people just grift, right, to the nth degree. Screw dignity, right? Especially right now. January and February are the famous months for the grifts to come up, right? This is all the emergencies. Hey, the channel can't survive if we don't get more donations, if we don't get, more memberships, everything's going to go to hell, right? The channel's going to end. We really need your support. These 2 months are infamous for this stuff. Because these people live paycheck to paycheck and they don't save anything, and if I ever made a viral video that made, I don't know, $10,000 or whatever the hell, that's going straight into stocks. Maybe into video. But you know what I'm saying? There is no planning there. The plan is just to be popular today. And at some point they realize, hey, wait a minute, this is not going to make money. Like, and a big sector of that, is us middle-aged men, right? Like this is just a hobby, and I hope I wish more people understood that. But there's people that are willing to retire. Hey, I'm going to make this my everyday income. I'm going to make this company. I'm going to do this and that and the other. And you're like, you're going to put your future in that? You're going to put your future on YouTube, on AI, on bots, on people that do not share your same values, where you say the wrong word that might not be offensive to you, but it's offensive to them because they're, 25 years old, and they take down your channel, right? And they censor your channel. It's happened here. Like, my channel's, shadow banned to heck. So make sure you like and subscribe. Share the video, right? And this is just a conversation, I wanted to have, specifically because I'm making these videos that are comedy satire and about people, in general, of what I see, a reflection of what I see, besides commenting on the news and what have you. But they're specifically not meant to insult the person. We all have, our challenges in life, our moments and what have you. But some of it is comedy. Some of it you can make shows out of. Can you imagine a video game museum grift show? I'm gonna, and I'm making that next, by the way. You might see it tomorrow. I'm making one on turning my master bedroom into an arcade. A lot of people, a lot of stories that we heard on YouTube, specifically from retro YouTubers, could be comedy skits on their own. They could be. Look at the shorts that I'm making. So that's what a lot of the shorts are going to be of, just satirical comedy on commentary that I see. And that's it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But let me know, do you watch any people that you know are completely screwed up, besides myself, besides me, that you watch just because you're like, like there's dudes making videos that are broke, genuinely broke, that they depend on the $300, $200 that they get on Patreon, right? And they blame the world for their ailments instead of just go get a job, dude. Go sell hamburgers, man. You get do something. In-N-Out pays $28, $30 now an hour. Do something. No, I need your support. I need to make at least $500 a month. That's your goal in life, Jesus Christ. That's a comedy show right there. Oh, well, guys, let me know what creators you watch, because, they're a complete freak show. The people now watch, DSP. I watch the detractors. I can't watch them. There's many channels that I've been watching for years, at this point. Snort Hogan, Duty, Golden Triangle Gaming, Jesus Christ, just to listen to the repeats and the analysis. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad I got to sit here with you and talk to you a little bit while I'm working on my sink. It's great to reminisce about all the stories. There's a few normal ones out there, but there's a lot of basement leaks and this and that and the other, scam donations and everything else, right? It's been a great ride, and it's probably going to continue to be a great ride, because it ain't stopping anytime soon. All right, humans, thank you for stopping by. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to be part of the show and look at my outtakes, go right here. Remember, it's January and February. The grift gets strong. If you want to choose a topic, go to Kofi. Guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.